Hela residents call for peace. PNG Ports presents 27.5 million Kenya dividend. And PNGDF recommences competition. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. The Community Coalition Against Corruption, or CCAC, expressed grave concerns towards the escalating wave of lawlessness and frequency of violent crimes across Papua New Guinea. They noted that the recent killings in East New Britain, Enga and Port Moresby, and the growing levels of criminal activity presents a serious danger that ordinary citizens face in their daily lives.
The coalition highlighted the deterioration of governance in our public offices and the resulting breakdown of law and order, coupled with soaring unemployment rates and the crippling cost of living, has created a toxic environment that is breeding crime and violence nationwide. Alluding to media reports, there were around 263 deaths and 151 injuries reported from March 2023 to this year alone. They emphasized that such crises cannot be ignored and demands immediate and decisive action from all elected leaders, public officials, and community groups. Expressing unwavering solidarity with the victims of crime and their families, the coalition's call to action includes immediate and decisive action from key people and agencies who have the mandate to protect the people and maintain order in Papua New Guinea. They also call upon the Prime Minister, the Minister for Internal Security, Peter Siamalili Jr., the Royal PNG Constabulary, and the government to address these pressing issues with the seriousness it deserves. This was expressed during a conference today in Port Moresby, led by co-chairs Peter Aitzi and Neville Choi. The Community Coalition Against Corruption is a network of organizations primarily comprising church groups and environmental organizations united in the fight against corruption in Papua New Guinea. Natasha Ovoy, National EMTV News.
The two tribes living in the Surunki constituency in the Laigab district of Enga province have vowed not to retaliate from the roadblock incident which occurred earlier this week.
The Kunalin and Witin tribes have assured their local MP Amos Akim that they will not retaliate or start a trouble fight with the Lian tribe who were responsible for the massacre, but would allow the law to deal with those people involved accordingly. Leaders from both tribes assured the MP and law enforcement agencies that this massacre was unfortunate and innocent lives were lost, and they didn't have any differences with the Lian tribe. Laigab MP Amos Akim acknowledged their leadership majority shown by the tribesmen, adding that Laigab DDA will assist in the transportation of dead bodies from Wabek General Hospital morgue to their respective villages for burial. The Lian, Kunalin, and Witin tribes are the biggest tribes in the Surunki electorate in Laigab district. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The leaders of the Hela Gimbu Association have come together today to voice their concerns about the continuous tribal conflicts that are disrupting the peace in Hela province.
They represent a population of over 300,000 people. For over 20 years, the prolonged clashes between tribes have led to the deaths of numerous innocent individuals, including children and elderly men and women, at the hands of gunmen. Additionally, thousands have been left wounded as a result.
How about you me kisim gani go back? How about you me rausim gun? Gun is tap na plan di man meri die. You me salim ami ko, you me salim polisi ko. When I'm time by me solving, planting money, empire finish. Lo, you may rouse him all this line. You may not arrest him all. You may arrest him all too. Only go back. Why? No cut law or kiss him all. He go straight law, court or localbus.
Guns have been identified by Yawari as the main threat in the province, causing fear among innocent people and making it unsafe for the citizens. Maya Habia Babe, the president of Hela Gimbu Association, has urged all leaders of Hela province to work together to put an end to the tribal conflicts.
The leadership of the political leaders and the Hela provincial administration and all the DDAs and all the presidents of Hela Linges, 13 Hela Linges in Hela. Let's fight together and let's eliminate the gun. And then once we have eliminated the gun, the trial fights will stop. The killing will stop. The destruction of property will stop. The closure of essential services will call.
Babe asserts that Hela Gimbu Association is steadfast and prepared to assist with addressing escalating issues in the province. Gladys Gila, National MTV News.
PNG Ports Corporation Limited has paid a dividend of 27.5 million kina to Kumul Consolidated Holdings Limited for the fiscal year 2023. This follows PNG Ports declaring a net operating profit after tax of 110 million kina last year.
Announcing the presentation was the CEO for PNG Ports Corporation Limited, Neil Poppenfuss, who highlighted the presentation showed growth, good leadership and recovery post-COVID.
And this payment and profit is largely due to prudent cost management initiatives and increased revenue being realised through providing, in addition to our essential services, also focusing on additional revenue streams. I'd like to pay tribute to the late CEO, Fega Kinoafa, for the decisions which he made, which are now very much now producing the results, as well as the board, whose guidance over the years has seen these milestones being achieved.
Expressing the challenges and determination of PNG Ports was Chairman Harvey Nee.
The economic conditions have been tough. We have the global problems which also translate to or affect the shipping industry, which where most of our money comes from. Volumes are not often as much as we would expect. It's a post-COVID, we're trying to do the recovering from those, but despite the unstable performances in the overall throughput, we've been able to deliver.
To acknowledge the presentation today was the chairman of Kumul Consolidated Holdings Limited, Moses Maladina.
It's a reflection of your good efforts, Chairman, from the board and management. There's still a lot of work to do, obviously. There's a lot of planning that's required for the future. We would anticipate you prepare for the growth, especially for the resource sector.
State-owned Enterprise Minister William Duma said PNG is one of the better performing state-owned enterprise consistent in declared profits and dividends, noting that PNG Ports paid a total dividend of 51 million kina in 2021 and close to 26.13 million kina in 2022. Further commenting on PNG Ports' challenges, having 15 ports to manage, of which many do not make money and are run under community service obligation arrangements, the minister expressed this.
The fact that the RSS and the CSO simply reflects the need for increased economic activity in those regions in terms of domestic cargo movement and international cargo movement through our ports. That is where we get our revenue. So it's all incumbent upon all of us in Papua New Guinea to make sure we really work hard to increase economic activity all across the board.
Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
They wanted time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come through. Whittam House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buying one the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store, close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari belong you.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Besta, PNG's premier household brand.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Number One Super wants Members Super to last as long as possible in retirement. With Number One Super's retirement savings account, you get regular payments while the balance remains invested and continues to grow, helping your super savings last longer. It's like still getting paid, even when you stopped working. Number One's retirement savings account. Contact us today to find out more.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Papua New Guinea Defence Force has recommenced the long-awaited annual Skills at Arms Meet, or SAAM competition, at the Goldie River Training Depot after 5 years.
The Skill at Arms Meet competition recommenced yesterday with 9 units from PNG Defence Force competing. Participating units includes the 1st Battalion Royal Pacific Islands Regiment, 2nd Battalion Royal Pacific Islands Regiment, Air Transport Wing, HMPNGS Basilic Long Range Reconnaissance Unit, 4th Support Battalion, PNGDF HQ, Engineering Battalion, and the Goldie River Training Depot. Director Land Preparations for SAAM 2024, Lieutenant Colonel Donald Isuk, said the Skills at Arms Meet 24 will include applied and advanced applications of small arms and the machine gun, and will also include close quarter battle serials. He said at the end of the competition, they aim to select the PNGDF team that will participate in the Australian Army Skill at Arms Meet in 2025. Lieutenant Colonel Isuk said the team that will be selected to go to Australia will go against teams that have access to advanced weapon systems in the competition.
We've been competing, at that satisfactory level, but at the end of the day, it's not the results that we, results. The results that we want to achieve is that at the end of the day, with participating with our neighboring partners and being part of it, and also refreshing our shooting skills.
Lieutenant Colonel Isuk has acknowledged the PNGDF teams from the northern units that have traveled down to Port Moresby to attend this event. The last iteration of SAAM was conducted in 2019. This was due to the impact of COVID-19 compounded with logistics challenges and PNGDF's involvement in supporting the RPNGC in internal security operations that had limited their ability to conduct this event in the last 5 years. Louis Mangu, National EMTV News.
PNG Power Limited and Japan International Cooperation Agency in a joint training program certified 15 PPL officers today. These officers are the first generation trainers of PNG Power that will now play a vital role in managing PPL's power grids and also impart the trainings to their colleagues in their fields.
Chief Representative of JICA PNG said this technical program has been implemented for 3 years and will conclude by the end of this year.
We have developed the training materials for engineers who will operate and maintain power supply systems in this country. And also, not only for technical aspect, economic and financial aspect is also very important.
The 15 first-generation trainers have received training in Japan and Papua New Guinea.
Our own engineers, our own technical people have been trained to that standard, a world-class standard, and we'll be issuing that. And these are key assets in terms of our HR, human resource capacity within PPL is concerned.
The Chief Representative of JICA PNG said if the program is continued, JICA will be training 5 PPL officers yearly.
I hope PPL will keep this momentum with their ownership, and also hopefully other development partners like World Bank, Asian Development Bank, United States, also UN organizations, they are also involved so that they will also keep this momentum, also expand the outcomes of this project.
Under this program, a human resource development system was created to sustain the trainings. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the Chief Representative of JICA PNG, Hideaki Matsuako, revealed that 3 experts from the agency will embark on a new project with the National Energy Authority. He revealed this today in Port Moresby.
Apart from this ODA loan project and the technical cooperation project, we have newly started another project, which is to dispatch our experts to NEA, National Energy Authority, and then they are going to review the current national strategy for power supply sector, and then they will also advise revision of this power supply sector of Papua New Guinea.
The Marape Rosa government has a vision to empower young people to excel and compete internationally in a world driven by technology, science and innovation, which is leading to prosperity. The Secretary of Education, Dr. Uke Kombra, stated this during a recent address at APEC House.
The PNG government is committed to sending bright and talented students abroad through the STEM initiative. The aim is to provide them with the essential skills and knowledge to make a meaningful contribution to the nation's development. The Secretary of Education, Uke Kombra, says this initiative does not only symbolize the future of Papua New Guinea, but also serves as a crucial foundation in the nation's enduring socio-economic progress.
I believe education is the foundation of our ability to adapt to the fast-changing global landscape driven by the transformation in science, climate change and technology. We also stand and believe that an investment in education will always have a higher return.
In addition, Kombra emphasizes that investing in STEM will create opportunities in fields like renewable energy, biotechnology, information technology, and climate science.
We are living in an era of unprecedented change. Advances in science technology is shaping industries and economies, while the urgent challenges posed by climate change and demand innovative solutions. So we are at this juncture where we have to address the future of our country and the global need that we have through investing in STEM and education.
Meanwhile, Minister for the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Kinoka Fio, expresses support for the concept of STEM.
The commitment to education represents a profound dedication to progress and development. It serves as a pledge to invest in our youth, equipping them with the essential tools and knowledge necessary to thrive in an increasingly interconnected and complex global landscape. In this context, it is imperative that our educational institutions evolved beyond traditional.
Gladys Gila, National EMTV News.
4 local cocoa farmers from Oro Province departed yesterday to participate in the 2024 PNG Cocoa of Excellence Show in Alotau, Milenbe Province.
The farmers traveled by dinghy to participate in the Southern Region Biannual Cocoa Show. Ijivitari Export Crops Coordinator Vincent Waroro said, despite challenges, the farmers are eager and determined to represent their province and showcase their products. Ijivitari Department of Agriculture and Livestock Officer John Mongol said, the farmers are looking forward to present their products, learn from industry experts, and return with new ideas to uplift local cocoa production and contribute to nation's agricultural growth.
Behalf of Oro farmers, selected ones, by Mibla officers, Mibla Lukim Lo So, by Mibla one something Mibla by Linim, by Mibla she come back to Ken Lo province, now by Mibla Linim all farmers, now by Mibla back to back now. Building cocoa industry long Oro province, now make him living long Kaman, put him money long Kaman coming to province.
Mr. Waroro noted that the event widely serves as a platform to celebrate local agricultural excellence and foster connections between farmers and industry stakeholders. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nesfund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2538 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2463 US, $0.3683 Australian dollars, 0.2209 euro, 37.33 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copra closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
They wanted time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true. William House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy him on the 10 kg roots rice, find him ticket inside lo bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
Two pilots break the world aviation record as the oldest to fly around the world, and they achieved that from Papua New Guinea. Bob Bates, 84, and Barry Payne, 77, set off from Mount Hagen, retracing the original flight path set by Americans 100 years ago.
Oh, you're famous in the media. Oh, you are? No, you are.
World Flight 100, a centenary television documentary celebrating history and the dogged determination of 2 elderly aviators while putting Papua New Guinea on the map.
We carry this on a flag on Papua New Guinea, we carry Lambalus, and we go along round the world.
You're watching National MTV News. Moving to overseas news, Donald Trump's longest-serving chief of staff says he believes the Republican presidential nominee meets the definition of a fascist.
Retired Marine General John Kelly worked in the Trump White House between 2017 and 2019. He's told the New York Times that while in office, the former president had praised Hitler for doing some good things and prefers the dictator approach to government. The Trump campaign has called the claims fabricated, but Vice President and Democratic candidate Kamala Harris has seized on the reports.
Donald Trump is increasingly unhinged and unstable. And in a second term, people like John Kelly would not be there to be the guardrails against his propensities and his actions.
Turkey's government says its military has struck sites in Iraq and Syria linked to the Kurdish militant group PKK after blaming it for an attack which resulted in 5 people being killed.
We still haven't had it confirmed, Ross, in terms of who's no one's claimed responsibility. Clearly, the attacks on PKK, Kurdish Workers' Party sites, suggest that the government wants to, frame it as being an attack from them, and there's certain great plausibility in that. It is odd that the PKK hasn't claimed that attack, however, and it's entirely possible that some other group is involved. Turkish politics is complex at the best of the times. At the moment, with everything that's happening in the region, it's very complex. The PKK, or more specifically its militant wing, which has been operating for 40 years and part of a long-running insurgency, has a habit of using terrorist methods to attack police and military, generally uniformed personnel. It initially was trying to fight for a separate Kurdish homeland. In more recent years, have been fighting for an autonomous region. It sometimes is accused of things that it apparently hasn't done, but there's a very real insurgency that's 4 decades long, and there certainly has been a strong history of violence in that insurgency. So this attack fits the pattern of something that the PKK would do, but it's curious they haven't claimed it. That also is not clear. There's no, absolutely striking aspect to be drawn from this. It is interesting. It's striking Tuşaş, the Turkish defense industry, at its headquarters in the national capital, Ankara. And of course, it's involved in providing supplies that attack Kurdish positions, but also attack other positions across the region. Turkey is very good in its military defense technology, and it's very keen on exports. The Turkish economy is in great trouble, so that's an important part of their economy at the moment.
Australian government's plans to ban social media has some teenagers worried that they could be left isolated, particularly those from marginalised groups.
It's important to note that teenagers recognise the negative impacts of social media. They recognise that there are certain aspects that aren't particularly great, but there's a lot of positives. So one thing that's really big that social media helps with is finding your community and finding like-minded people online. It can be a bit of an escape from everyday life, issues at school, and one thing you spoke about there is marginalised groups. So for instance, the LGBTQIA+ community, we spoke to Maggie, a trans girl from a small town in Queensland, and she said being on social media was the one place that she could find like-minded individuals and find people that she could really talk to and relate to and talk about some of the issues she was having. But she couldn't find that in real life within her community. So social media was a big benefit for her. Another teenager we spoke to was Letitia. She has family in Cambodia, and social media was a really good way for her to stay connected to her family. But she's also been using it to learn Khmer and her language on TikTok.
The big four banks in Australia are already using AI. They're using artificial intelligence to help make the call on who should get loans and who shouldn't.
It's very early days when it comes to AI, and the banks are really trialling at this stage and seeing how they can work with it. So I spent some time at ANZ's AI Immersion Centre, which is right here in Melbourne. And this is where they're training about 3,000 of their workers about how they can do their jobs using AI. And you might start seeing, actually you're already seeing it as a sort of over-the-shoulder assistant in ANZ's call centres, which employ about 1,200 staff. So I spoke to ANZ's Chief Technology Officer, Tim Hogarth. Here's what he had to say about it.
Whenever you apply for a loan, we have to pick up all sorts of information such as pay slips, proof of employment, complex loan contracts. People have to read in complex documents, and that takes a long time. And we can use technology to bring in the words out of those documents, but it's been very hard to bring in the meaning. AI can now allow us to actually take information from documents and extract a lot of that meaning, and cutting the amount of time it takes from hours and hours down to sometimes mere seconds.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
The hunt is on with Gold Nuggets Gold Rush.
Open any Gold Nuggets flavor and look inside for a golden ticket. There is 100 kina, 200 kina, 500 kina, and 1,000 kina to be won instantly. And a total of 95,000 kina cash to be won nationwide. If you find a golden ticket, congratulations, you're a winner. Promotion ends on the 30th of November 2024. Contact Paradise Foods Limited on Facebook or call us on 732-11217.
Terms and conditions apply.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. But as a public servant, your healthcare, life insurance, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA, your life's partner in healthcare, life insurance, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality healthcare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Our care goes beyond financial assistance towards funeral expenses. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA, your partner in health and future security.
Number one supai like money belong all member is tap long pela time more time all lusim work pinis. One time number one super retirement savings account. Mipla can invest him na growing money belong you. Now you can withdraw or kiss him money low time you need him. All of him you lo making money belong you stop long time more. Kind no same you kiss him money yet. That's all you know more work. Number one super retirement savings account. Come look in Mipla now lo save more.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Tonight on Sports Scene, we speak to AFL PNG's David Topeni about the upcoming Pacific Cup, and we speak to PNG Como swinger Robert Derby about his recent performance at the Pacific Championships.
This is Robert Derby from the PNG Comals, and you're watching Sports Scene.
Tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The 2023 Melanesian Cup champions, the Enga Mioks, have returned back to Enga this morning.
The champions arrived yesterday from Fiji and were greeted with warm welcome by the supporters, fans and relatives at the Jacksons International Airport. The Enga Mioks defeated the Saru Dragons 40-16 on their home soil in the cat and racer match of the Pacific Bowl Championships. The Melanesian Cup is contested between the champions of the ExxonMobil in PNG and the Vodafone Cup in Fiji. Speaking to Trukai Sports today, Enga Mioks halfback Victor Ruing shared the highlights.
It was the first ever win for the Enga Mioks. We went and played last weekend, and the game was supposed to be played in March this year, but due to circumstances, the game was postponed to October this year, and we went and we played the game. It was a very tough game, but we managed to win the game.
Ruing said the team was well prepared for the match.
We prepared for the game during the last 4 weeks. Our coach Billy Gao and our trainer Nathan Anso, they took us through the training, and we prepared very well for the game. We knew it was going to be a tough match, but they took us to the training. We had a lot of intensive training, and we prepared very well for the training. And when we went down there, because of our training and how we prepared for the game, we managed to play very well. The boys, they gave their hearts out. They played very well. We managed to get the win.
He also said it was a tough encounter for the team playing without the key player, late Gary James, who passed away on the day of travel.
He got the player of the match last year. He was the outstanding player last year, the player of the year actually. And when we go down to Fiji, we dedicated this game to him, and we said we're gonna win this game for him because of what he did for Enga Province, and because of his performance last year.
Ruing also acknowledged the sponsors,
Kumul Mineral Holdings Limited, and Enga Provincial Government, and also to our patron Sir Peter Hipitas. He sponsored the Enga Mioks all throughout the last 15 years, and we would like to thank him. Also to our team manager and all the other.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Money Plus Pepsi Capital Rugby Union selected Boromas and Gaigai's best players players to play against each other to select the best of the best to play the Lay Hammerheads on the 9th of next month. The Boromas will play against the Gaigais this week Sunday at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, where a final team will be selected to play the Junior Hammerheads the following week. PNG Pilots, despite a victorious win in the opening match of the OFC Men's Beach Soccer Cup, lost to host island Solomon Islands, Bilikiki, in its second match on day 2.
Solomon Islands beach soccer team Bilikiki bounced back from their opening loss in the OFC Beach Soccer Men's Nations Cup with a forceful 17-4 victory over Papua New Guinea. PNG made a dream debut to international beach soccer 24 hours earlier when they stunned Fiji 8-6, but the home side were a step ahead and fired in off the crossbar to put the host at 4-0. PNG started strong in the second period, getting another goal back, but it was short-lived as Bilikiki's star boy, Eric Wanega, restored dominance with a well-executed strike before Max Fa'ari added a brace in a space of 3 minutes to extend the lead further. Fa'ari got a hat-trick to his name in the final period, despite the tournament's debutants scoring again in the last 12 minutes. Wanega added 2 more late goals, bringing his tally to 5, while Regional sealed his hat-trick in the dying seconds. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Hekari United has claimed the 2024 Premier Soccer League minor premiers, showing their dominance throughout the season.
The club clinched the minor premiership after an impressive run that saw them top the PSL points table with 11 wins, 2 draws and only a single loss. Their consistency and teamwork were key factors in securing this remarkable achievement. Throughout the season, Hekari demonstrated solid performances both in attack and defense, which helped them maintain a strong position amongst other competitors. With standout players leading the charge, they set a high standard for their rivals, executing key plays that led to decisive victories. The club's ability to adapt in challenging matches was evident, particularly in close encounters where they managed to secure crucial points through draws. The minor premiership title places Hekari United in a favourable position as they prepare for the upcoming final series, where they will aim to convert their regular season success into a championship win. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Get ready for the biggest Gala League and win promotion ever. Gala is sharing the love with more winners nationwide, all worth a whopping 300,000 kina. Prizes up for grabs include iPhone 15s, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultras, electric scooters, DJI drones, and the list goes on. Buy your favorite Gala stick ice cream, check the stick for a winning prize, and if you're lucky, call 73211-217 to claim your prize. Promo wins Friday, 8 November 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
For this Halloween, a spooktacular deals awaits for those who seek the Abel's Tech and Treats. Feast your eyes with these amazing freebies and get big discounts on laptops, desktop PCs, laser and inkjet printers, and so much more. Visit your nearest Able branch or call the numbers below the screen for more details.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
I want to tell a contemporary story of the island in collaboration with 3 Papua New Guinean sailors. Other people here tell me that the wind is too strong for sailing.
To us is this one. Don't worry about tuk 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 internet.
We want to uplift our province and our country.
The conditions have been unforgiving. The men crossing over into Indonesian waters in the middle of the monsoon season.
We're gonna get sick and die.
Our canoe is already breaking down.
They wanted time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true. William House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy one the 10 kg roots rice, find him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you. Now drop him inside long entry box long or participating store. Cost to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Papua New Guinea Men's Mixed Netball Association has announced that the national team will be participating in the upcoming Nations Cup in Singapore. This decision stems from the team's inability to secure the necessary financial backing despite their best efforts. President and founder of Hidomo Rugby Nines tournament, Noel Aria, gave an update on the tournament's progress with 12 days away from the commencement.
For tournament itself.
Aria revealed that most teams will be traveling by sea and some by air starting on the 2nd of November, as most will be attending the Kenu and Kundu Festival. The teams have come as far as Eastern Highlands, Southern Highlands and Western Highlands province. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
They wanted time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true. William House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy one the 10 kg roots rice, find him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, now drop him inside long entry box long or participating store, cost to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Number One Super wants members Super to last as long as possible in retirement. With Number One Super's retirement savings account, you get regular payments while the balance remains invested and continues to grow, helping your super savings last longer. It's like still getting paid even when you stopped working. number one's retirement savings account. Contact us today to find out more.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Vesta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Vesta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our cans. Vesta, PNG's premier household brand.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, my name is Bao Waiko, and welcome to this exciting journey into the world of cocoa farming. In this series of Skills TV, we're going to embark on an adventure exploring the world of cocoa production for better quality, increased production, improved livelihoods, and ecological prosperity.
7:30 p.m. Sunday, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
Now looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy, mostly fine, then few possible evening rain drizzles. Daru mostly fine. Kerama, periods of clouds with some rain. Alotau mostly fine. Popondetta, partly cloudy with some afternoon rain showers. To the Momasa region, Lake City, cloudy with chances of few rain drizzles. Medan, cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Wewak, some rain showers easing to cloudy periods. Vanimo, mostly cloudy. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, mostly cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorms. Cape, cloudy period with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopan Rabaul, cloudy period with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kimbe, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Buka, mostly cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with some rain. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, cloudy with some rain showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, mostly cloudy with some rain showers, light variable winds. Looking at the small ships forecasts, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border through Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerama, to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milinbi Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huan Gulf to Finchafen, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finchafen through Vite Strait to Siasilong Island, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Ireland to East New Britain, seas 0.5 to 2.4 meters. Waters of Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of West New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Looking at the ocean forecasts, Coral Seas sees slight east to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Solomon Seas sees slight clockwise winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Seas sees slight to moderate westerly to southwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. Pacific Ocean sees slight northwest to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 24th of October, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next at 7.